Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor. Go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. Into today, into yesterday actually, 3-star map for New Mexico. We got some larger hail in Roswell, so we're going to take a peek at that. And then into today, we're going to have more hail chances for the desert Southwest as well as Florida, and some severe risks for the Northeast as well. So we got some scattered risks going all around for this afternoon. And then the hail chances are going to push back north into tomorrow afternoon. We could see some hail through the Montana and Dakotas area, so we'll take a look at our risk for then as well. But before we get into our weather, we want to check out our upcoming events here. So the first one is going to be the 2021 FRSA Convention and Expo. That is in Kissimmee, Florida, July 21st through the 23rd. So that's coming up pretty quick here in a little over a week. Make sure you guys get registered for that if you guys are in the Kissimmee area, or if you guys just want to take a trip out to Florida, go ahead and do that. Then shortly after that, we are going to be at the NTRCA Mini Trade Show in Grapevine, Texas. That's on August 4th for this one at the Grapevine Convention Center. So you guys can come check us out down in Texas in a few weeks here. And then last but not least, this one's not for a while, but we're really excited about it, guys. We are putting on the Thunder Road Race for Recovery. That is in Norman, Oklahoma on September 15th. So you guys can come see us at the Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. You guys can race in this event. You guys can sponsor this event if you want. And 100% of the proceeds are going to this awesome charity, Roofers in Recovery. So we're going to go ahead and sponsor or put on this event for you guys to come race some go-karts, talk some weather, and give to a really good cause. So make sure you guys get registered to sponsor or to race in that. That is also in the link tree to this video as well. Now into yesterday's storm reports. We got a lot of reports to go around here, all the way from west to east through Montana, through the east coast here. We got a lot of wind. Specific focus here on New Mexico, and that is where we got that 3-star map from yesterday. So we got some hail here and there through the northern part, and then here through Roswell all the way into the south central part of New Mexico. We had some scattered storms pushing through, and that's where we got that 3-star map from yesterday. So let's take a look here at that. So this was our Sunday 3-star for Roswell, Cuba, and Santa Fe, New Mexico. The max size on that was baseballs, 2.75 inches with that. 11,313 homes impacted from that. Most of that was going to be from that Roswell swath here. So this went all the way from up into Roswell, started dropping golf balls as soon as it got into the city, and then kept pushing southward, pulsed back up a little bit into the ping pong and golf ball range, through the south part of New Mexico, and then kept pushing down towards Hope as it went until it finally fizzled out. And then we got another swath here that moved just northeast of Dexter, New Mexico, and that's where we got that baseball swath from. So ping pong to golf balls through Roswell into yesterday evening, and that's where we again got the bulk of those houses impacted from those storms. So that made it a 3-star map that we got last night into this morning. So for our current conditions, sunny and beautiful across most of the U.S., western U.S., you guys get the drill. You're sunny, gorgeous, and dry. And then a different story once we get out east. We've got a trough moving through, and that's pulling all of those precipitation and cloud chances through the eastern U.S. into this afternoon. So if we zoom into our first risk area here through the desert Southwest, again, sunny and dry. You guys have plenty of time for that daytime heating, and it has been getting plenty hot for you guys through the past couple of weeks here. So no doubt that you guys will get plenty of that convective heating that we need for those storms later on this afternoon. Then through the east, we're going to see storm chances from south to east along the east coast here. So plenty of rain, plenty of cloud cover that's pushing through, and a couple of these storms will get severe later on this afternoon. So for our current temperatures, not a whole lot to speak of in terms of differences here. We're mostly in the 70s to 80s, a little warmer down in Houston and a little cooler across the east coast across the west coast where we're getting that sea breeze, but most of us in the 70s and 80s into this afternoon. As far as dew points go, muggy and hot. So again, dry in the west, we know how it goes, and then once you push east, we're getting into those deep greens, 70 degrees in Atlanta, 70 degrees in New Orleans, just hot and muggy across most of the eastern U.S. right now. And then into our instability, we've got plenty of it to go around here, all the way from the east coast down into the desert Southwest. We're seeing plenty of instability to go around, specifically through Florida and then up along the east coast. We're getting plenty of high values here. And then as we move into this afternoon and evening, we're going to see those start to taper off and fizzle off as we lose that daytime heating and those storm chances start to eat away at that instability. So that's what we got for our Cape into this afternoon, and that's going to help us fuel those storms. We got a few areas to cover here, so bear with me, but we got the northeast for our first one. By right now, we're starting to see those storms fizzle on through the area, and those are going to continue through the afternoon and evening here, pushing up to the northeast. Looking very similar by 3 p.m. That's where we start to see things kind of ramp up all the way from Illinois across the board here into New York. And then by 5 p.m., kind of the same story. We're just seeing those storms push up to the northeast. Through New York and New Jersey, we'll see a cluster start moving through there, and we could see some severe gusts as well as some small hail pushing through that area into this evening. And then as the night goes on, those finally start to taper off into the overnight hours. Then down into Florida, we're going to see some storms pushing their way upwards, this time through the Florida peninsula here, as well as some storms pushing their way through the southeast. As we move into this evening, kind of the same. We're seeing those storms continue to bubble up through those areas, and a cell that's forecast to start making its way through the Tampa area, so we're going to watch that this evening. And then those are just going to continue on through the overnight and evening hours, and by the time the sun goes down, the storms are going to start to die off. And then finally into the desert Southwest here, seeing those storms start to go up again by 3 p.m. Central Time, so this is a little bit earlier for you guys in the Southwest here. But we're going to start to see those isolated storms start moving through the New Mexico and Arizona area. Going to continue to pop up through the area, continuing through 5 p.m. We're going to see those initial loner storms pushing their way through central Arizona. And then as those move on through 8, 9, 10 p.m., we're going to start to see them cluster together and push off out of the area as more of a wind threat. So that leaves us with our hail forecasts for today. Like I said, plenty to go around. We've got an area here through New England that we could see some small hail and a couple of isolated large stones with it. Again, through Florida and through the desert Southwest. So let's just get started here, moving into the Arizona and New Mexico area. If you guys are anywhere between Phoenix and Albuquerque, you could see some of those loner storms pushing their way through your area, producing some larger hail in the $quarter to $half size range. A couple of those could get going a little stronger than others and produce some larger stones, but it's going to be very few and far between in this area, mostly $quarter to $half. Similar story down through Florida. We could see some stronger storms. However, it's going to be mostly $quarters and $half through this area, all the way from Miami up into Jacksonville, Tampa. Again, you guys did see that cell starting to move into your area on that forecast model by around 5 p.m. So we'll see if that's able to play out the way it is. You guys could also get some severe hail with that later on this afternoon. And then working our way up the East Coast all the way to Jersey and Philadelphia and Pennsylvania area, specifically New York. We're going to see that cluster of storms hanging out through there, see some of that high instability moving through. So with some of those, we could see some smaller hail mostly, with a quarter or two scattered through there as well. And then into wind, we're seeing kind of the same risk areas for the desert Southwest, and then this whole swath all the way from the southeast into the Ohio Valley. We could see any of those storms produce some gusty winds as well as they get going. So moving into our Ohio Valley area as well as the Northeast, DC, Cleveland, Louisville, you guys are all in a low end chance of one of those storms hitting you guys, and with some collapsing winds, or if it really gets ramped up, we could see some gusty winds moving through those areas. Now again, New York, we've got a band of storms cluster that's going to push through the area, so you guys are at a little bit of a higher chance of seeing some damaging winds as that passes through. And then all the way down to Nashville, we could get some of those little pop-up storms that are moving through, producing some gusty winds with them. Same story from Florida all the way into the southeast, Birmingham, Tallahassee, Tampa. You guys are also in the risk of seeing some gusty winds later tonight in the 58 to 73 mile an hour range as those get going, pushing their way up to the northwest. Then pushing to the southwest, we've got Albuquerque and Phoenix once again in the risk area for gusty winds all the way up to just northeast of Las Vegas. You guys could see some damaging winds as well, especially as those storms start to cluster together into the late evening hours and then push their way southward. We could see some damaging winds with those storms as well, so we'll want to stay weather aware if we are in the southwest area. So into tomorrow, we got our hail chances for today, our wind chances for today, and tomorrow we're looking at those hail chances shifting their way upwards into the Montana and Dakotas area. We're going to see those storms start to pop up specifically by the late afternoon hours. Here we go into 5 p.m. Seeing a couple of loner storms, some singular cells starting to push their way through southern Wyoming or northern Wyoming and southern Montana. But those are very quickly going to get messy. Check this out, guys. As those push eastward, they start to blow up, but then they also start to band up really quickly. So we're going to see our hail chances kind of linger throughout the overnight hours as we get a couple of these stronger storms that stick around with it, but it's mostly going to be wind chances as those push eastward through the area into the overnight hours. Again, could see a couple of hailstones coming out of that, as well as some gusty winds. So here's our risk area for you guys into tomorrow afternoon. We've got Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota in that risk for you guys. If you guys are in Rapid City, as well as just south of Billings, Montana, you guys could see $1 to $half sized hail with those storms initially before they start banding up and getting a little messy. And then this whole swath is also going to be in a gusty wind threat as well. So we'll keep you guys updated and advised on that tomorrow into our Northern Plains risk chances. So if you guys want to stay up to date, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And as always, smash that subscribe button on YouTube. And then if you guys want to get in contact with us, if you want to reach out, you can call us at 855-334-4245. If you'd rather email us, you can get us at info@hailtrace.com. Or if you just have some general questions and want to check out who we are, go to our website, hailtrace.com. for more details on us and what we do. And as always, we will keep you guys updated on our severe threats. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.